Good morning, beautiful yogis. It's really not a morning for me. I am quite late to start a vlog. Today we're shooting what I eat in a day vlog and how to create a very healthy lifestyle for yourself and how to stick to it for life, so that it's fun and healthy at the same time, and it's not that draggy Christmas resolution that never sticks. Now, my kitchen is a mess, and that's one of my things I need to accomplish today. Is I need to wash all of this and clean up and scrub the floors, shoot a class for you, and do this vlog. Here Mrs. is eating a little bit of bread. She's a bread monster and a pasta monster, so I think I'm gonna get her a lentil pasta because rice is high in arsenic and wheat, we know about wheat, so I don't know. Let me know what kind of pasta you feed your baby if you feed baby. There's oatmeal persimmon cookies, and I'm gonna make more cookies. And I started the day with a pour over coffee, which if you stick around I'll show you how I make it a little later, because I already... And I'm mixing my henna today. She's done with her lunch. Alright, I'll be mixing. So here is basically my henna mix. I mix some henna powder. In this case I'm using strawberry blonde Persian or strawberry blonde. It's still dark enough for me, and I'm mixing it with hot water and with apple cider vinegar. You can add vinegar, red wine, something acidic, lemon juice to it, and let it develop somewhere warm for about 2 hours. When it's developed, it forms a crust. I started using the lighter Persian blonde or so, because the other ones are darker than my hair, and although it's okay if my hair looks darker, when it starts to grow out, I may skip a few months of hennaing, and my roots look very young, light, and almost thin because they're lighter color, so it doesn't work very well. All right. Today I'm doing a digestive rebalancing. I do that quite a bit, like once a week in the winter at least, and maybe twice a week in summer, which means, it simply means I'm just eating fruit, because fruit is our biologically perfect food. And when you eat just fruit, your system gets to rest. You don't put a lot of effort in digestion. You get calories and sugar for energy, and at the same time your digestive system relaxes and it cleanses itself. So it's really, really beneficial. I'm also breastfeeding, and that tends to be amazing for breast milk supply. A lot of people worry about protein, but breast milk is less than 1% protein, so there is no reason to worry about it as long as you eat whole foods. Let's talk about digestive rebalancing and reset. So still need to be cleaning today, but first I'll do yoga. You see I'm pretty stashed up. And then, so here is all the fruits that I currently have at the house. Mexican guavas, they're the best fruit ever. Cherry moyas, that's a mix of Afghani raisins, nuts, and mulberries and dates. That's also a really, really yummy mix, and my baby loves it. I have local California dates, a few varieties. Those are the Glen Noir, and some other varieties. Empress dates, they're just kind of a different variety of dates. I still prefer my there they are, they're fresh. I prefer my fresh Maju dates at the moment because they're literally soggy fresh. So today, come on, focus, let me show you the bottom of this. Yeah, can you see this? It's juice. Basically, it's syrup all over the place. So baby is down for a nap, and if you can see there at the window is Sophie sleeping. I have to clean this up and shoot a class. All the toys. But before I shoot a yoga class, I want to talk briefly about digestive reset and establishing a lifestyle that's easy to maintain. You can maintain for the rest of your life, and it feels pleasant. playful, enjoyable, and achievable. Because when we do those resolutions and diets, especially in the beginning of the year, and we never achieve them, I think it's because we're going against the flow, we're going against our ease, against our biology, against our nature. If you're eating in a way that your body is programmed to thrive on, it won't be difficult to achieve. So a lot of people on ketogenic diets or paleo, I see them binging at night or every so often on carbs. It's because the body is starved. It's not that the body wants nasty stuff, it's the body actually is trying to get what it needs, and the mind gets in the way. When we do something that is is fulfilling our nature, it should be fun, easy, enjoyable, pleasurable, achievable long-term, and exciting. That's something I have learned in my own life through my own experiences. So basically, when we eat long enough in a way that is supportive for our body, it becomes easy and enjoyable. I've shared many times how I eat. Like, for example, yesterday we went to Whole Foods and I had it was on my Insta stories, I had shiitake roasted in truffle oil. They had that fancy dish there with a whole packed box of greens, and with avocado dressing that was oil-free and low in sodium, and with kimchi and other goodies, whatever there was at the counter. And it was divine. And for dinner I had greens and corn thins and corn on the cob and things like this. So basically I vary things. I eat vegetables the way whatever I buy, I eat it that day, and then the next day I buy different vegetables and I eat those different vegetables, and I get excited for dinner time because I allow my body to get hungry. And when you get hungry, that means that your digestion is on fire, your elimination is good, and you are going to take nutrients, assimilate properly from your body. When we constantly eat and feed the body, especially with high protein, high fat foods, things get clogged up and slowed down, and the body has harder time digesting, assimilating, and a really hard time detoxing. So that's why even because I eat pretty healthy, but I allow myself all kinds of indulgences. So every so often I do a fruit fast, 1 day or 2, 3, 4 days, whatever my body asks for fruit fast, and I feel amazing from it. I lose weight, although I don't restrict calories, and I feel energized because fruit is so energizing, because you're not putting energy into digesting so much, so you're just gaining energy, your body's cleaning up, you're not dealing with gunk, so to speak, and you feel light from it. Your yoga you don't have to take a break from your activities. On the contrary, you can do more because you have more energy. Less energy goes into digesting. So the fruit days are amazing. I do feel that you need a lot of balancing out with vegetables so you get minerals, but the fruit days are amazing for keeping your system running and assimilating, because that's important. If we don't assimilate, it doesn't matter what we eat. And the fruits clean us, allow us to be parasite free and pathogens free and so forth, so we're not picking up bacteria and viral infections and so forth. And also they allow you to not get flus and stuff through the year, because they to strengthen your immune system. What I do is I do intermittent fasting, which is, I feel that I would not be where I am in life if I didn't practice, before I knew the term intermittent fasting, if I didn't practice intermittent fasting for pretty much all my life, I don't feel like I would be where I am health-wise, because it allows my body to really be energetic. I'm very energetic through the intermittent fasting phase, and I do it my own way. So for example, today I had pour over coffee. Stick around and I'll show you later in the video how I make it and why, maybe, or that might be for the future. I had cocoa, and I had cocoa latte and matcha latte. So basically my fluids were a little bit hot and warm because it's kind of cold and gloomy outside, but I did get a lot of fluids. And and I will probably do yoga now, shoot a little more and edit and clean, and then I'll eat at around 4 or 5. And then I'll eat dinner at around 8 or 9. I eat quite between 7 and 9. I eat late, and that doesn't bother me because I eat light foods, and by the time I go to bed it's pretty much digested, or it doesn't bother me because it's light. I wouldn't eat rice or anything heavy before bed. That is a recipe for bad sleep. So I do the intermittent fasting and then I eat. Now let's talk about calories. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're feeling a little pudgy and you want to lose weight, fruit is your friend. You probably can watch calories, but at the same time, if you only eat fruit, a calorie is not a calorie is not a calorie. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Our culture is very material, very mechanical, the two M's. It just, our science-based culture is very mechanical. It views the body in a very mechanical way, and it fails to understand that everything is vibration, awareness, frequency, and information. So if you pick a fig from a tree or an apple from a tree, and if you buy an apple that has been sitting in the store for a month, preserved in certain ways, they spray them, whatever, how they preserve them, it's not the same calorie, and it's not the same vibration, and it's not the same information. As is an apple compared to a rice cake is not the same thing. An apple compared to a steak is not the same thing. If you eat 500 calories from apples and 500 calories from an animal that was farmed and tortured and fearful at the moment of death, those are not the same calories. You're not going to gain the same information from it, because vibration is also information. When an apple ripens in the sun, it collects information into itself, and when you eat it, that information goes into your thinner bodies, not into your mind, not into your brain. You raise your vibrations, you raise your frequencies, and that's when you are able to accumulate information that is from a higher frequency, higher information. So some of you I know don't like this type of talk, and some of you love it, and I hardly ever share it, so might as well talk a little bit about those things. Back to calories. When I eat fruit, I don't see a lot of people speaking about this. When I eat fruit, I can eat about twice as many calories as when I eat vegetables, and let alone when I eat processed food. So processed food, you have to diet a lot and eat very low calories, like say 1200 a day in order to maintain your weight. When I eat vegetables, maybe 1500, because vegetables are higher volume and so forth. But when I eat nuts, it's about the same as vegetables. And when I eat fruit, it's twice the calories, because fruit digests differently. And even though I eat twice the calories, I lose weight. Meaning, right now, because I'm breastfeeding, I probably eat 3000 calories of dates and melons and other fruits. But those are the days when I lose weight and I trim down and I feel very energetic. So that's one of the things. We're starting to write an ebook on diet with Lolly Miller, and that will be one of the subjects of the book, but which is super exciting because I want to share this and have it out there into the world so people can achieve health and understand how easy it is. Once you fall into a routine of honoring your body, honoring nature, being grateful for food, you don't restrict, because restricting is almost forgetting to be grateful about the gifts of Mother Nature. So once you start being excited about food, I think your mind shifts from restrictive eating or from a self-abusive eating into abundant self-loving eating and loving nature and loving everything around you eating. And when you eat a little lower on the fat scale, your liver cleanses, your liver is clean, free of toxins, and your mind is lighter and your moods are lighter. Liver rules anger, so when we feel very angry, that generally is a sign of overburdened liver. If you do a detox, our thoughts will lighten, our ideas will be brighter, and creativity will be different. So and let me cover quickly protein as well. When you eat whole foods, you get enough protein from whole foods, enough amino acids. You don't want to add protein powders unless there is exceptions to that rule if you're not able to eat properly, but in general you don't want to add protein powders because high in protein diet is not good for your kidneys. Plant protein is better than animal protein, but still you don't want to add a lot of protein to your diet as a rule. Exceptions are okay as a rule because it is challenging for your kidneys. The kidneys are the seat of your vitality and health. Now, food and vitality, or food and energy, a friend recently said that and defined it perfectly for me, is food is not a source of energy. The source of your energy is breathing and your vitality as a person, how you think and how you breathe, which is very true for me because through the years I have had different diets. I've been vegetarian for a long time. I've been more junk food vegetarian. I've been a raw food vegan. I've been raw food vegetarian. I've been different diets. My energy has always been quite similar because that's my spirit's choice. Food is to rebuild the body and it gives us health, but energy and vitality are something that comes from the soul and from the prana and from our capacity to breathe and connect with certain levels of consciousness. So that defines our energy. So we don't eat for energy. Energy comes out when I don't eat. I have the most amount of energy. When I fast on fruit, I have the most amount of energy. So I just wanted to throw those ideas out today. When I was driving, I just kind of mapped out what I want to talk about, and right now I covered a few of them without I don't want to go deep into things on this channel. On my second channel I'll go deeper into those things because I don't think that a lot of people want to hear about this on my main channel, but do post in the questions below what you want me to go deeper into. I think I kind of covered the calories. When we have fruit days, eat a little more. I'm breastfeeding, I'm eating probably sometimes 3,000 calories. I don't count it. It could be more than that, it could be less. I just eat. And when I eat dates, I make sure to have some fresh food. Right now I have melons. I didn't show you that. I have so much food that it's crazy. I have melons, and I've been manifesting things this year. I was craving oranges, and we walked by a neighbor that we don't even know, and he was like, let me give you oranges. I own a produce store. So he gave me tangerines that are beyond amazing. So I will have that first, and then dates later. I scored Honeycrisp apples were in the store for just $1.50 organic, and I bought a bunch. I have Honeycrisp apples, I have cantaloupes and other fresh fruits, juicy fruits, so I'll eat that first and then the sweet fruits later. So I always do that. I don't mix too many things. I don't mix lemons with bananas or lemons with dates. That does not digest properly. You can mix persimmons with dates, apples with dates, bananas with apples, bananas with persimmons. The sweet fruits you can mix together. The neutral fruits you can mix with sweet fruits, like apples are more on the neutral side. But you don't want to mix melons with anything. You don't want to mix sour fruits like the tangerines with dates, because that causes indigestion. You can mix it in one bite, but not in a whole massive big meal. Yeah, so my belly is pretty empty now. I might show you my belly tonight, because that gives you an idea that you do have to eat to fill up your belly. That's my belly now, and I have been overindulging for a few weeks now. But I don't think I'm gaining weight because I'm breastfeeding and I'm burning like a maniac. But that's my belly pre-eating, and I will try to show you my belly in the evening so that you get the idea that you do have to fill your belly up, and it's okay, it's good, it feels good, and it makes me sleep like a pro. When I have full belly, I just sleep deep. Anyways, let's shoot a class. I showed you my first meal will be melons and maybe a couple of oranges, and then my second meal will be dates and maybe apples, and that's it. It's simple. I'll try to show the meals to you, but you get the drill. And maybe I'll show you my henna results or so, but we'll see how the day goes. That's about resolutions. I wanted to kind of inspire you to start a fulfilling new life this year and to stick to it. Now, did I finish my thought about keto? When you eat things that are not supportive to your body, like for example, I have friends that eat carb free or sugar free, they're overweight and they're constantly restricting and constantly binging at night, but they're not binging on apples or bananas at night as carbs. They're binging on chocolate, fatty, sugary things, and they don't get it because I think they feel that that should be torture. It's not easily achievable. What's good for you, your body wants to trick you, your body wants nasty stuff, and I don't feel that's true. I feel that when you're intuitive, your body asks for good food. It takes quite a bit of cleansing for your body to want clean food, but when you eat fruit, you don't want chocolate because you get the better carbs. And I do eat about 500 grams of carbs a day, and I have friends that eat 20 grams of carbs, sugars a day, and they struggle quite a bit with their weight. And I feel that I can always go back to my perfect weight just after one day of fruit. So if that inspires you, great. If you're doing great on whatever other diet you're on, that's also great, because as long as you're doing good, you're on the right track. If you have no troubles, it's not a struggle, then you're doing good. I'm just doing this video for those people that feel that they need a little bit of a change, they're not doing well. There is an improvement that they can implement into their lifestyle. As long as you feel great, your energy is good, you're doing good, then there's no need for you to change. You want to be thriving. If you're thriving on any diet, then you're thriving. That's it. But if you want inspiration, that's what I intend this video as. I don't I'm breastfeeding, so that's also for breastfeeding moms. Don't worry about protein. Breast milk is under 1% of protein, so you will get enough protein for your baby. But breast milk is half sugar, half fat. As adults, we don't need that much fat, but as a baby, we need to be fat, right? We need to be chubby and soft. So we need that fat in the milk. So I feel that the fat that I eat is enough on many days for my milk, which is about 10-15% of fat from my calories. But sometimes if I need more fat, my body will tell me immediately. My body will be like, I want nuts, I want walnuts, I want cashews, and I just listen to it. So you're not gonna, as long as you don't ignore your body, you're not gonna be low on fat or low on anything, because your body will tell you. All right, that was a really long talk. Sorry guys. Right now I'm gonna do a really hard workout, hard body workout, and I'll see you later. So this video is getting very long. I'm going to cut it up in a few parts. That is the first part, just motivation, starting the year off on a strong note, creating a lifestyle that's easy to maintain forever, long term, for the rest of your life. A lifestyle on which you don't get always heavy during the holidays. You don't gain weight just because you are always satisfied, always eating beautiful foods. And even if you're overindulging, it's not that big old deal where you have to go on a massive crash diet after. But it's just this lifestyle where maybe you fluctuate a little bit, but you're always at a good healthy weight for yourself, treating your body well, and detoxing periodically so that disease doesn't form and so that your energy is good. All right, you guys, let me know if you have questions. I'll try to show you my pour over, maybe my new hair and so forth in the next vlog. Thanks for joining me today. I'm gonna go clean. Namaste.